Do you guys ever feel like your mind is just full? Like there's so much information in there that there's no space left for any other thought, any other um, whatever to get in? But like that's why today I want to talk about the power of journaling, and I'm not gonna talk about stupid journal. You know what I'm trying to say? Like I'm not talking about journaling. Like, hey, he's gonna get a journal. Let me turn off this music. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I want to see how it did it. But not talking about journaling, but using a journal or something, right? I'm not saying you have to get a journal, but a notepad, a piece of paper. And I don't like your phone. I don't know. It just kind of doesn't feel the connection between thoughts and phone. If you make a typo, like you're gonna go back, or it's not gonna. It just doesn't read right. I like taking. You know what I'm trying to say. So I'm not talking about journaling that way. But in today's episode of the Mental Mobility Podcast, episode number 137, I believe. I'm never gonna know the actual one, but um, I actually have no hat on and I have my glasses on. So if you guys see some light shining, tell me how you like the clear frames on me. I feel less like Magic Johnson's son and more like I don't know, anyone else. But the reason I'm doing this podcast today is not only is it number 26 videos of 100 videos straight. I'm almost there for a full month, a quarter of the way there. And I'm just super lost today. Like I'm super just not in it. I filmed a lot this morning and I did more of like a day in the life of showing the morning routine, and I was on point and I was doing everything that I normally do. And then as the day went on, my foot started to bother me, and like my Achilles, the one I've hurt before, is starting to get really tight. Now I know that my Achilles gets flared up not because of exercise, because of the food that I eat. And I've been eating fairly well, right? But I did go out, I want to say, with my in-laws on Wednesday, and I did have a taste of something that seemed like it was okay, but I'm not sure what type of spices were inside it. So I after that I really didn't eat at all the rest of that day, and I kind of felt really crappy. And I wonder if that's the cause. I exercised the next day, I lifted, I did everything I needed to do. And then I was like, you know what? The next yesterday, I was like, let me take a day off and just do my morning stuff, get some basic movement, like some wrestling, some shadow wrestling, some qigong. I can't spell it. I think it starts with a Q E gong, and been doing that a lot lately with my brother. I feel like that's something that is a martial art slash meditative movement that has really been helping me a lot. And if there's anyone out there that does it, they will probably tell you the same, right? It's not intense. It is great. And it is a workout on its own, really moving your body, creating blood flow, and creating energy throughout the whole system. So today I'm going to show you a journal that I have, right? This is a journal that I use. It says shit I can't remember, but I use this to write stuff down whenever I feel like today. And the reason I needed to write down or journal today was because I've been trying to lift since 2 o'clock this afternoon. No, 1 o'clock this afternoon. Right? Is it 1 o'clock? Yeah, 1 o'clock this afternoon. I've been trying to warm up and start working out and start getting into it and trying to do things that are away from the ankle, away from the Achilles, away from the left shoulder. I'm not sure what it is. Even my back, like as I'm moving now, like my back is starting to tweak, which means my body is in inflammation and it does not feel good. But the mental game is so much more painful than the physical pain. Now, tap the like button, comment up if you agree, but like it's very difficult to see right there. It fucking hurts, man. And I'm trying to push myself to work out, to do something, right? I'm trying to do more, do what I scheduled to do. Today was supposed to be day 3, right, of the strength program. I was like, I gotta get it in. I gotta get it in. And there's something I always ask myself, and I got this from a movie. It's called The Girl Next Door, and is the juice worth the squeeze? Right? Is it worth the squeeze? And today it's not, but I have to convince myself otherwise. So what I do is I'll write down everything I did today. And that's from waking up, making coffee, cold plunging, cold water, make my kids breakfast, make my kids lunch, make my kids dinner, take the kids to the indoor playground, pick them up from school, drop them off to school, calls for accountability, my accountability coaching. I had calls for that. Personal training session. I have another call coming at 7 o'clock today. Tonight. What time is it? Oh, I've got 10 minutes before I got to go to that call. My wife was home, working from home, made her lunch, cleaned the house, took the dogs out 3 times. There's a load of shit. I've made videos, right? I made 3 shorts and I made a YouTube video. So what the fuck is my problem? Like, what the fuck is the issue here? Why is there so much pressure for me to complete this task, which is a workout? Because I know it's going to make me feel better, but at the same time, it might not. Right? I could just hold off until tomorrow. And for me, it's not like I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do it. But the battle, the internal battle that I go through whenever I do miss a workout or whenever I do miss my morning workout, it really just beats the shit out of me. So I have to, that's Sage screaming in the background, by the way. So I have to write it down so I can reassure myself that I was not a lazy piece of shit. I was not a waste of life. Because you put so many items on a standard that you forget that you did a lot only because it's part of your normal day. That's why you don't see it. Right? People don't think waking up in the morning and, going for a walk with your dogs as nothing, but it is something because you could easily just let your dog shit and piss in the house. Right? Then you pick up the shit and you clean the floor. You could do that, but you don't. You could also not eat breakfast because you're lazy, not because of a choice of a fast. Right? No, but you go make yourself breakfast. And there's little things that you do throughout the day that I believe that you should just check off, especially when you're in the mindset of what it looks like to me. So the power of journaling is really just getting things out of your head and onto paper so you can see it. So you can ping it. Like, I guess you could say it's like a like, right? It's like, thank God I did something today. Thank God, because right now it doesn't feel like it, even though it's the same stuff I do routinely every single day. And on top of that, more because now after the call, I have a nice game set up for my kids. What else did I do? I went to the school and I did PTA stuff. I was there for an hour and a half cleaning up closets and cleaning up classrooms. You know what I mean? Like, I did a lot. So why beat yourself up? Why am I beating myself up? Why do we destroy ourselves because we're not enough? And I'm sure it's underlying issues of childhood enoughness, right? We just aren't. We're not perfect. We're not the best. We just are. And I'm saying that because I want to fully believe what I'm talking about. Because just like you, sometimes you need to hear it yourself. And this new studio is like my classroom, right? It's a place where I go to learn more about me than anything. There's a quote that I'm definitely going to write on today. I'm going to take it out really fast. Hold on, please don't log off. Just fucking hang out for a second. Really stop being a baby. My attention span's not that big anymore because social media, I only get 7 seconds before I swipe away. It's stupid. All right. So this is the next podcast for sure, is you don't know who you are until you know who you are not. You want me to say it again? You don't know who you are until you know who you are not. That's the next podcast because that's a huge one for me. And I got tons of stories that I have to tell about finding out who I really am not, but finding more about who I actually am. And doing that by writing. You know this by experiencing, you know that by journaling. I wrote a book, right? This is my second book. This one here is called I'm Not Okay. You're not going to find it on Amazon. You're going to have to dig for it. Why? Because we talk about suicide and it doesn't like that word. It's so funny and so weird on how much this fucking world wants to avoid the word suicide because they're scared. because they don't want to talk about it. But it's fucking real. Okay? It's fucking real. So if you can, you want to support it, go check it out. All it is my journal. This is my journal during COVID, but I fucking wanted to kill myself. I wanted to fucking do it so bad because everything was painful, especially my mind. But I hate the fact that Amazon is not allowing it to come up because it does talk about suicide. It's so fucking weird. Anyway, the book's called I'm Not Okay. Want to check it out? Go check it out. I'm not giving you any links. Just fucking find it if you want. I don't know. I'm getting so angry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I will put a link. I will put a link down. I'm getting super frustrated because that book brings that energy to me. You know, it really was a point in time that this journal was the only thing keeping me on this earth. And it was really tough. But we can talk about that some other time. But I want to say thank you guys for coming out. Episode number 137. And we'll talk about more. If there's anything you want to talk about, please comment down below. If you want to be a guest on the show, please submit any entry and we'll be on it. All right. Peace out. And I'm going to look and you can see my head and I'll end the stream. And till next time.